Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Chemlock League. The Outlaws won game one of the doubleheader against the Burners and are now a half a game behind them for the division lead. The Outlaws are doing what they do best. They're surging at the right time. And as we approach the end of the season with 5 games left, the Outlaws need to make a push if they want to win this division. And it's going to start here with a matchup between Vincent Valdez of the Burners, their ace, and Lily Dubs, our fourth starter for the Outlaws. They are a game ahead of us in their games played so far this season. So that's why the matchup is the way that it is. And I don't want to spend too much time talking. I want to get, right into this game. So let's take a look at the lineup now that we will have our starting first baseman back. We did feel like we missed her in the lineup. Elias Hensley still recovering from a pulled hamstring he had a few games back, but was not able to produce in that first base slot for the Outlaws. So let's take a look. Braden Sorelli has been huge since we gave him a contact boost. Bab Shishin has been doing actually, you know what? Has earned this. Hopefully it doesn't throw him off, but I'm going to put Cannon Avery at 2. He has been very productive offensively and defensively since we brought him in for Glass Snyder. I want Rock Quintana to show off that new trait, Little Hack. And so we'll put him in the 2 spot or the 3 spot, followed by Tony Centercut. We'll put Dalton Babshishin at 5. We'll put Justice Cologne at 6. B. Buck, 7. Caroline Dealers, 8. And then Ramon Lee, I'm going to give you the seat because he got a hit last time. I don't want to be too harsh. We'll put him at shortstop. He is a good defender, and he'll be in the 9th spot. So that's where things stand for Lily Dubs, who will be taking the mound against the Burners here in a night game, the second half of the doubleheader against the Burners at Big Sky Ballpark. So the Outlaws will take to the batter's box first. Sorry about that, just bumped my garbage can. The Outlaws will take to the batter's box first, starting with Braden Sorelli, followed by Cannon Avery and Rock Quintana. A little bit of a mix-up for our offense, which came out and produced for Rince Shaw on the mound last time. We'll see what Braden can do to get things started against ace Vincent Valdez. Swings at the first pitch. It's very slowly hit, and Valdez is able to come off the mound, play it nicely there by the first base line, and toss it to first easily for out number 1. So Braden, on the first pitch, grounds out, and a nice start for Vincent Valdez. Cannon Avery will get this one blooped over the head of the first baseman, and it's going to come down, sliding into the glove. Oh my God. I think Brandon Sesame just smacked into Jamie Healthy as they were both sliding at the same time. Brandon was able to stay concentrated and make the catch for out number 2. He gets a mojo boost as well. 2-0 count here for Rock Quintana. Takes ball 3, so 3 pitches, 3 balls. And there's a fastball that he swings at and pulls, but able to get to it is Augusta Centercut, who gets that over to first for out number 3. So 1-2-3 inning. Not a good start for the Outlaws offense, which I was feeling pretty good about heading into this game. Good pitcher on the mound for the Burners, but we have to pay attention to that. Augusta Centercut has that tier 2 mind gamer, and he was able to use it against Rince Shaw. Lily Dubs does not have the accuracy that Rince does, so this might be a troublesome at-bat here. Falling behind and then getting a nice clutch strike there. And that ball hit right to Rock Quintana, gets it on a bounce, and then tosses the first for out number 1. So nice first at-bat against the locked-in Augusta Centercut, and now here comes Knox Dominguez. I think he got 1 hit in the game yesterday, or earlier today. Batting .226 on the year, and Lily Dubs trying to find her accuracy. Gets a line out there to Justice Cologne for out number 2. And Ruben Zhang, who got robbed of a home run in right field earlier today, hit one a long way and Braden Sorelli with an incredible play up against the wall. This time, Lily Dubs robbing him of a potential base hit up the middle as she's able to get the glove down. Clean fielding there as she gets a 1-2-3 inning to match Vincent Valdez.
Number 14, Tony Centercut.
Tony Centercut, 2 RBIs and a base hit last time up, I believe, was what he had. Takes a first pitch strike. There's a fastball. Send it to deep right field. We know it carries in this ballpark, and that ball is going to get out. Woo! 2 rows deep as Tony Centercut hits a moonshot, 385. Says, I'll be your Huckleberry as he stomps on home plate, gets a mojo boost, and the MVP is back, getting a little momentum on the side of the Outlaws to get his 5th home run of the year. Is that what it was? I might need to double check myself. I was losing sight. I was getting excited about what happened on that one. So Vincent Valdez will now be pitching with a deficit here. 1-2 count against Babshishin, hanging out in the 5 spot, and he strikes out there and has to run down to first with his tail between his legs as he loses some mojo. Justice Cologne will come up after taking a day off with Tier 2 Ace Exterminator activated here. And swings at the first pitch, but fouls it back. And then pops that one foul, and it looks like it might stay in play. Running over is Jamie Healthy, catching that near the on-deck circle for out number 2. A lot of room and foul territory there before the dugouts in this ballpark. So a lot of room for fielders to make plays. And Jamie Healthy did that. So 2 outs already for B. Buck. Swings way late on that 98-mile-an-hour fastball on a 2-0 count. He'll now be ahead 3-1. And that one hits him. We've seen this happen already. B. Buck got beamed again. Beamed in the butt. B. Buck got beamed in the butt. And he'll head down to first base. I hope that was not a injury. It doesn't look like it. And so Caroline Dealer will now come up. Maybe this was intentional. Valdez will take the intense mojo, though. So with a 4-seam, a 2-seam, a slider, curveball, and a changeup, Valdez has to be very careful about his pitch mix as he gets a fastball to Caroline Dealer that gets it all the way into left center field, and it's going to be a long single for Caroline Dealer. B. Buck able to get all the way around to third base on that one, and a 2-out rally brewing. Ramon Lee comes up batting .222 on the year. 2 outs, and there he goes! Ramon Lee sends it to deep left center field, and that's going to get up there. It hits into the first row of the upper deck. I think it ricocheted and bounced back on the field. Yes, so I see it on the field. Ramon Lee, oh my God. You like rewind it a little bit and you hear me go, I think we'll pull Ramon Lee. No, I'm not going to be mean. And then he ends up hitting a 3-run homer in this one against the ace Vincent Valdez, who's now rattled. Down 4-0 in the bottom of, or in the top of the second here. Braden Sorelli falls behind 0-2 with tough out. And will dribble 1-2 shortstop. Augustus Centercut. Very consistent there at shortstop. And it is a 4-0 lead. The Outlaws do exactly what they did in the first game of the doubleheader, scoring 4 runs in the second inning. Almost managed to knock their pitcher out of the game again. We'll have to see what how far Valdez can go. That ball hit hard, but hangs up for Braden Sorelli in right field. Wade Ivey now comes up. We'll also have Tier 2 Mind Gamer activated, but Lily Dubs is locked in. So the accuracy won't be as debilitating. 0-2 count already. And that ball is mashed into right center field, and it's going to get up and over first row of the stands, and that is a big shot from Wade Ivey. A solo home run from him, his first home run of the year. Just barely getting over the wall, but enough to get the burners on the board, because that one was scorched. And Severus Homebrew, who struck out a few times in the first game, swings at the first pitch here and decides, I don't even want to get into a count that will potentially lead to a strikeout. He's able to get a base hit after the home run. And now Lily Dubs is starting to lose a little bit of traction here. She's back to neutral mojo. Easy target will help her here against Fox Brennan, who will get a first pitch strike. And that ball grounded to short. Ramon Lee to Rock Quintana over to first. Justice Colon gets that for out number 3 on the double play to end the inning. So Lily Dubs was losing a little bit of grip on the ball as she gave up a home run, followed by a single, and then gets the double play to recover quickly. So great short-term memory for her as Valdez still rattled here against Cannon Avery, swinging late through that fastball, 97 miles an hour. Cannon pops one foul. It looks like it's going to stay in play. Caught by Ruben Zhang for out number 1. Rock Quintana did not get Little Hack activated in the last at bat. He went ahead 3-1 in the count and then ended up grounding out to short. We'll see what he does here. Gets an off-speed pitch and sends it into center field for a quick base hit, a one-out hit for Rock Quintana. And we do want to keep the pedal on the metal here. Another thing to keep in mind is that run differential is going to play a factor here towards the end of the season, so we want to keep pressing as hard as we can. And that ball will be sent into left field for a base hit. And Tony Centercut with the back-to-back hits here, not giving Valdez a chance to recover. Dalton Babshishin struck out his last time. He is batting .400 on the year. He's hoping that maybe the rattled mojo of Valdez will be enough to help him out as he grounds one foul down the first base line. Thank God. Runners take off on the hit and run. Jamie Healthy will toss to first, and then Dalton Babshishin cannot get over to first in time, and that's going to be a double play to end the inning. So it ended up backfiring on us. Honestly, it didn't backfire. It just didn't pay off. Even with the hit and run, Centercut couldn't get to second in time, and Dalton Babshishin being tense isn't as fast as he normally is. First pitch swinging, I think that was Hefty Cross, puts it into left field for a base hit. And Lily Dubs is currently neutral mojo against Brandon Sesame, who's locked in. And there's a grounder to short. Can we do it again? Ramon Lee over to Rock Quintana, and it's too slow. That ball was not hit hard enough, and we can't turn the double play. It ends up being a fielder's choice, but we do get the lead runner at second. So now we have OK Speed and Distractor as well as Mind Gamer. So Lily Dubs' accuracy is in the tank for this at-bat against one of the best hitters on their team. Centercut is locked in. He swings through that one, 1-1 count, and that ball way out of the zone. Luckily, B was able to get to it. Almost gets the runner retreating back to first base. And that ball is going to be blooped and popped foul. So now 2-2 count here. If Lily Dubs can get this out here, that would be incredible. Ball high, so full count here. And Centercut sends it into right field and ricocheted perfectly. Braden Sorelli was wondering where he was going, but he played that ball off of the chain link fence in a way that I don't think I could ever anticipate. And he gets that one in quickly. That actually saved a run. For as much slack as he gets for his poor fielding, he did it there. Now we have runners on the corners. Oh, Rock Quintana to Ramon Lee over to Justice Colon for the double play to end the inning, and the runner gets stranded on third base. What a play from this defense to get the double play when we needed it most. And so we were able to strand 2 runners on base with 1 out, and Lily Dubs just continues to get things done. All right, so Valdez back to tense mojo after the last inning. We'll face off against Ace Exterminator Justice Colon, who's 0 for 1, and gets a fastball but pops a foul. So 2-2 here for Justice. And what was she looking at there? She pulled her head way as she was... Oh, but B-Buck is pissed. He got hit by the pitch in his last at-bat. He's trying to mess with Valdez, who just struck out Justice Colon. And now he's going to be very careful here against B. B is looking for that fastball right now. Trying to punish him, but he swung through that one late. Gets the off speed, so it's a 2-2 count here. And there's a fastball sent to deep left center field. I don't know if it's got enough. It's gonna get out of here. There we go. B-Buck. Justice has been served. The Outlaws will say God will forgive you for that pitch. but I won't, especially coming from B Buck, as he says, you know what? You hit me, I'll hit you too. And he sends that one out for a solo shot, his first home run of the year. And Valdez gets pulled after that. Emerson Bauer, who pitched well, but pitched for a long time in the first game of the doubleheader, is already at half stamina, so she is not going to have much juice. She gets a pop up here, and Caroline Dealer will pop out behind home plate for out number 2. Now here comes Ramon Lee, who's taunting the crowd. So it's like, come on, guys, aren't you excited? It's me. Did you think I was going to strike out last time? As he did hit the 3-run homer. This time he hits one off the end of the bat, blooped into right field, and Brendan Sesame, with that locked-in speed, was able to catch up to that one and get it before it hit the ground. But a big home run from B. Buck off of the starter. Vincent Valdez knocks him out of the game in the top of the 4th, and it is a 5-1 lead for the Outlaws against the Burners. We have Ruben Zhang, and God bless you, Lily Dubs. Ruben Zhang was sign stealer activated once in this at-bat already. 2-1 count, and that one hit up and deep, but tailing foul. Is it going to stay in fair territory? It bounced off the wall. Caroline Dealer makes a nice play and is able to get it in, but that is a big double for Ruben Zhang to start this inning. And Jamie Healthy, who has been so frustrating for the Outlaws pitching staff, will come up to the plate against Lily. Lily already has a runner in scoring position that she has to deal with no outs. And that ball's nice change up there. 1-2 count, and she gets a strikeout. Lily Dubs says, I'm taking care of business here. I'm here to do my job. She gets a strikeout against Healthy. Wade Ivy, who already hit a solo home run against Lily, comes up to the plate. Mind Gamer activated, and he will be playing mind games with her. Where do you pitch to him? And she's going to have to try and figure that out in this one. She's approaching the 40-pitch mark, and that ball, just past the diving glove of Cannon Avery, and Caroline Dealer not even close to getting that in time. A runner will score from second, and it is 5-2. Burners are not done yet. This is a very contentious matchup that we have here. One of our biggest rivals, and the Burners finally have a team that they feel confident about, and they're not about to let the Outlaws pass them up again. 1-2 count here against Severus Homebrew, and there's strike 3. He strikes out once again. He cannot figure things out against our pitching staff, and he'll head back to the dugout. With 2 outs, Fox Brennan comes up 0-for-1, runner on first base, and easy target activated, so Lily Dubs will get a little help here. 45th pitch is a ball, so 2-0 count for Fox. And he's going to pop one off the end of the bat. Dalton Babshishin running in, gets the sliding catch for out number 3. While tense, he's able to overcome it and focus on the defense. He makes an incredible play running in on the ball to end the inning. A run does come across a big Ruben Zhang double, and then a base hit to score him from second base. And it is 5-2. Emerson Bauer facing off against Braden Sorelli. And 3-1 count here, so in Sorelli's favor. Way ahead of that one, and now it's full count. Tough out activates. And, that was his pitch, but he got ahead of it. Got real antsy there. And that time he is able to settle in and get that one up the middle for a base hit. So leadoff single for Braden Sorelli to start things off. And Emerson Bauer really tired after pitching in both games of this doubleheader. She gets pulled for Josiah Cleverly, who gets brought in the 5th inning here, the closer. Closer has an elite 4-seam fastball at tier 2, also has a slider, gets a first pitch strike here. Has yet to allow a run in the this season. A .38 whip and 1 strikeout so far. Runner takes off on the hit and run, and Cannon Avery does what he's been doing all season since he joined the team, just base hit after base hit. The guy has been so consistent. And now, Rock Quintana comes up 1-for-2 with a single. Would be really nice to see your first home run Gets a fastball low in the zone for a strike. Little hack activates here. You can see what it looks like. Gets a second strike here. So Rock falling behind immediately. Will take a ball high. 1-2 count here for Cleverly against Rock. Will not chase that out of the zone. 2-2 now. And that ball over the glove of Jamie Healthy. Runner is going to score from second base. The other runner coming to third and will reach safely. A cannon of an arm from Sesame in right field. But it's going to be an RBI single for Rock Quintana. He gets a mojo boost. The first time he's been locked in since probably year one. And, oh, what a play from the second baseman. And they're going to go with the fielder's choice here with no outs. Caught between third and home is Cannon Avery, but they could have gotten an easy double play. They opted for the out at home. So Tony Centercut will be standing on first, Rock at second. Dalton Babshishin comes up to the plate, back to neutral mojo after an incredible defensive play in his last at bat, and that's going to get eked into right field just past the glove of the second baseman, excuse me. And runners will be on every base for Justice Cologne. Another way to say that would be bases are loaded. I don't know why I said it the way that I did. Josiah Cleverly tense. So is Justice Cologne. And, she gets underneath it, pops it up into left field. It's going to hang up, and runners will have to stay where they're at. Fox Brennan will toss it home just to show off that arm. And a missed opportunity there for the Outlaws. And now B. Buck comes in, locked in. Fastball hitter, extreme pressure. So Josiah likes to rely on that elite fastball. He gets it there out of the zone. 0-2 count. And Cleverly will get him to chase, but he's going to pull it foul, stay alive. And that ball, that was the fastball you were looking for, B. Josiah Cleverly gets out of the inning, only allowing one run. And so the Burners will head to the bottom of the fifth here, down 6-2. Could have been way worse. Lily Dubs approaching the 50 pitch mark now. 1-1 count against Cross, who already has one hit today. 1-2 now, and shatters the bat. It's going to pop foul. This time doesn't chase low and inside, and pops foul. Do it again, 2-2. That one, stone cold take from Cross there, and then gets the walk. Nice battle from Hefty Cross. He'll be standing on first base. Here comes Brandon Sesame. 0 for 1 here today. 55th pitch on the way for Lily Dubs, and she is getting to the point where you pull her before things get out of control. Just misses her spot there. And that ball is going to get out of here. Oh, God. That's a home run, just tailed around the foul pole, and I told you this is when she should have been pulled already. Our whole bullpen was fresh after our game against the Burners in the last one, and Lily Dubs doesn't deserve to see her ERA get added onto here. She finally gets pulled, and we bring in Red Nielsen, the long reliever who has been pitching well, but our weakest pitcher in the bullpen right now against their best hitter, Augusta Centercut. Currently locked in. 2-1 count here. Staying high and missing the zone. 3-1, and that ball is going to send into left field. A base hit here. So 3 consecutive hits for the Burners. Well, I guess a walk, followed by a home run, followed by a single. And the Burners have a rally going here in the bottom of the fifth as they're only down 6-4 right now. Knox Dominguez is tense. Runner takes off on a hit and run and heading into right field. Sorelli has a good arm, but not good enough to get Centercut heading to third base. And the hit and run leads to runners on first and third with no outs. And Dominguez back to neutral mojo. Max pressure situation for Ruben Zhang. 0-2 count here as Nielsen gets ahead. And that ball sent right to Rock Quintana. It's going to bounce off the ground. They go for the double play to get 2 outs. The runner does score from third. I think that was the right call, but it is now 6-5. And Jamie Healthy, who hit a home run in the first game of this doubleheader, will come up here and falls behind on a foul and then pops one gently to left center field. Ramon Lee was able to range back and get that for out number 3. Rough inning that was for the pitching staff of the Outlaws. Josiah Cleverly gets pulled for Dewey Peacock. Dewey with a 4-seam slider and a changeup has an elite slider, tier 2. Caroline Dealer is looking for the 4-seam. Dewey has pitched well this year and in his history against the Outlaws. Ooh, she found the pitch she wanted, but just misses it and pulls a foul. That time off-speed pitch gets sent into left field, and that's going to hang up and off the top of the wall. Fox Brennan fields it cleanly, but Caroline Dealer will get her first extra base hit of the year, a double. She was inches away from a home run there, inches away. So she's going to lead off the top of the 6th with a home run, or I'm sorry, with a double. And so she'll be hanging out there hoping Ramon Lee can move her along. And he, just misses that one as it tails foul down the right field line. 1-2 count here for Peacock against Lee. Lee will take ball too low. And that, oh man, nice hit from Ramon Lee, but it's right to Severus Homebrew in center field for out number 1. Makes really good contact there, but right at him. And that's always frustrating. But there's one out. Max pressure here. Braden Sorelli comes up. Swings at the first pitch way ahead of that one. Was not expecting the changeup. Takes a fastball. We saw Dewey with a really long pause before he pitched that one. And a line out to second base for out number 2. So now Cannon Avery locked in. Sees a huge boost from the max pressure. We're going to pull Caroline Dealer at second base and bring in Liliana Fowler. The great speed over there from the outfielder, but it doesn't matter as Cannon Avery pops up to center field, catching that as Homebrew for out number 3. So a quiet 6th inning, and the Burners 2 runs away from winning this, 1 run away from tying. And here's the guy you want to see to get things started as Wade Ivey comes up. 2 for 2 with a single and a solo home run. He got the scoring started for the Burners early in this game. 0-2 count already. Red Nielsen trying to get the put-out pitch. We'll get him chasing on a pitch out of the zone. Red Nielsen, big pitch from him as he's able to get the first out of the 6th inning here. Severus Homebrew now up 1 for 2. I do not feel any confidence in Red Nielsen here. Severus getting that tier 2 clutch boost in a max pressure situation. 1-1 count here. And popped foul, so we'll get a 1-2 count now. And Red trying to get another strikeout, and he does. Severus has been floundering in this doubleheader against the Burners. Against the Outlaws, and the Burners down to their last out. Big boost from Easy Target here, as Red is also locked in, gets a first pitch strike. And Fox trying to keep things alive for the Burners. 2-1 count. Chasing strike 2 out of the zone. 2-2, and there's strike 3 called. Fox Brennan goes down swinging, goes down looking, and the Outlaws win the doubleheader. We sweep at Big Sky Ballpark. The Burners go down in flames in this one. They made a rally happen in the 5th inning, but we end up winning 6-5. 6 runs on 11 hits, 5 runs on 9 hits for the Burners. The Outlaws offense came from up and down the lineup again. Justice Colon had a really bad day coming back from her day off. She went 0 for 3, the only player in the lineup not to get a hit. But we got production everywhere else. Tony Centercut with a home run. Buck with a home run. Ramon Lee with a 3-run shot. We also got an RBI from Rock Quintana, a 2 for 3 day from him, debuting that new trait for him. Caroline Dealer went 2 for 3. She got pulled for a pinch runner that didn't end up going anywhere with that one. But really, really proud of this offense today, especially against the Burners ace. For the Burners, big 2 home run from Wade Ivey. He also got a RBI single. Big home run from Brandon Sesame with a 2-run shot. That was the end of Lily's day, and honestly spoiled her pitching numbers because she had a really good pitching line, and I don't know why we didn't go to the bullpen sooner, and I literally called it right before it happened. So mad. Anyways, speaking of Lily Dubs, she will still get the win. She gives up 7 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 home runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts, and that was her day through 4 innings. She gets the win. Her ERA jumps up to 3.38. Red Nielsen got a 2 inning save. He gave up 2 hits, 1 earned run, and struck out 3. He's been pitching well better than I thought he would, but I have just had no faith in him since we brought him in, and I'm still looking to potentially replace him if we get the opportunity. But he's a 2.08 ERA is, I mean, you can't. There's nothing he's done wrong since he's been on the team. I'll just say that. For the Burners, Valdez gets the loss, 3 1/3, 6 innings. Or I'm sorry, 6 hits, 5 earned runs, and 3 home runs he gave up. He struck out 2. Emerson Bauer was exhausted, but she went through 2/3 of an inning. She gave up 1 hit and an earned run. Josiah Cleverly, the closer, came in the fifth, went 1 inning, gave up 3 hits and 1 strikeout, and then Dewey Peacock shut things down at the end of the game. They are only giving up 1 hit, but it was not enough as the Burners go home, losing 2 games in in this series against the Outlaws. Ramon Lee gets the number 1 spot. Wade Ivey number 2. Brandon Sesame number 3. Look at the Outlaws. I don't know what's going on this season, but we have just been figuring things out. I'm gonna dock Chris Blopside here just because he has not been playing as well as B-Buck. And let's see, boost to who? Who's got the better ERA between the two? Kellen Kirk with his 14.54 or Colton Ryan with his 8.31? Oof. Pick your poison. I'm gonna dock Kellen Kirk because actually, you know what? We're gonna give it to Kellen Kirk because I hope that will do something to help him with his mojo in this next game. I know they're not related. It's a lower thing, I promise. All right, now I have to decide between these two who I'm going to reprimand. Sorry, but I'm sorry, Elder. I love you so much. But Tony Centercut, we are not going to dock his loyalty. We'll get you back, Elder. The Elder Santos and Tony Centercut are the new Rock Quintana and Jacoby Maddox matchup that we were seeing. All right, since that game ended, we saw another. This one's interesting. Dub McMahon goes to the Skimmers. Wilfred Norris becomes available. B+ long reliever. We'll definitely take a look at that one. Red Nielsen, after his great performance, gets -4 fielding. Development for Elias. Barrett Andrews gets dropped by the Skulls. Has tier 3 magic hands if we bring him in. Not an impressive player, though. And then a chance for development for B. Buck. And I don't know if I'll do that. So we were talking about doing this one for Elder Santos, I think. That would help his mojo, or I mean his loyalty as well. I'm taking a look. B is 27, so I don't really want to invest in his. Plus, I don't want to lose the rally starter, which is +12. And I definitely don't want to have his -2 contact, so we're going to pass on that one. I like this one for Rince Shaw. I don't think we can afford it. And I'm not going to pass on Elder Santos for that one. So I didn't do the math, but I think it looks pretty obvious that we won't be able to afford it. But I want to do this one. So Elder, +1 velocity, +2 junk. Can we get more velocity? We do not, but can we get a 2-seam fastball? Give him a 5-pitch mix? No, we don't. Damn. All right, +18 puts him right back to 97 loyalty. So that worked out really well. And I just wanted to double. Yeah, Rince Shaw is not available. The one for B is, and so is the one for Ramon. But I'm going to pass on those. All right, so that's where we see things after. Oh, let me sim ahead to the next one. And we now are leading the division. How crazy is that? 7-5 record. And I actually want to take a look at the schedule to see we have won 3 in a row. We have won 6 of our last 7, going back to the Marauders, where we won these 3 games, lost to the Blurs, and then won these 3. So 6 out of 7, and 7 out of 9 of our last games. Damn. Nice little stretch we've had. The team is figuring out, which is thankful for me because I was like, what else can I do with this team? It was just baffling to me. I am concerned about Kellen Kirk, who will be starting this game tense. Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't think there's any way I could consider bringing in a pitcher right now. I can't do that at all without making a change to a scholarly player, as we talked about before. And Bitzer would be plus 3.9 over. Ooh, Wilfred is a disciplined pitcher. Four-seam slider changeup. Not bad. I like that. Ba, 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 ba. Red Fowl has no accuracy at all. Bentley Sisley wanted him to work, but he didn't. Jamie Nash is out here. No, that's 3 junk pitches that are at 27. There's no way we would. Excuse me. Oh man, that was a big yawn. There's no way we would replace Kellen Kirk. I don't think that there's any way that we could consider. I think we just have to bear through it. What would Red Nielsen look like as he's locked in? He's already at 20, like he pitched 25 pitches. 3 other pitchers you could have gone to in that last game and potentially leave Red available for this, but I mean, who am I kidding? I wasn't going to ever let Red pitch this game. I think a tense Kellen Kirk is who we have to go with, which is really unfortunate. Looking at the rest of the batting order, do I leave things? I think I'm going to bump him back up. I'm going to bring Cannon Avery down, and I'm going to give B Buck the boost up to the 5 spot. Do we pull Justice Cologne? Actually, if we do this, actually, I'm not going to mess with Tony because since I put him back in the DH spot, he has been hitting better. And so I'm going to leave him there. Caroline can stay in left. She had a big game, 2 hits last time, or this last game, so I'll leave her in. So then we could choose to go with Elias, who's fully healthy now. Yeah, Justice needs to take a seat. I'll put Elias behind Tony, then B, then Cannon, then Caroline. Yeah, Ramon, I'll keep you in the 6 or in the 9 spot because I think that's I don't know. You felt comfortable there, I guess. I don't know, making stuff up. Just out of curiosity, I'm just gonna peek. We have 4 games left, and I really want to know what league leaders look like 3/4. Wait, 4 games left means, yeah, 3/4 of the way through the year. League leaders look like no one on our team is in the top 10. We have not seen that since this league started, which is really, really odd to see. None of our former players are up there either. Taking a look here, B Buck is in the top 3 for batting average. Dalton and Tony are on there as well. Tony and Rock both with 4 home runs, but they've slowed down their pace a bit, and Ed Guerrero and Kai Plum both are leading the league with 6 and 5 respectively. 10 RBIs both for Tony and Elias. B leading on base. Tony with slugging at number 9, and same thing with OPS. See, nobody in hits or extra base hits. Ramon Lee with too many strikeouts. That's how many I saw. 5 stolen bases for Dalton, 3 stolen bases for Tony, 2 caught stealing for Justice and Tony. Justice had an abysmal game, didn't she? That was really ugly. Dane Rollins and whip and OBA. Strikeouts, Rince Shaw on the list with 15. He's also there for strikeouts per 9, for walks per 9, Crisp's walks per 9 at 0 as well, and then Rince Shaw with a 15 strikeout per walk ratio. That's your league leaders. So that's where we're at. The Outlaws 2 games above 500, facing off against the reeling Maulers, who started to drop some salary, but they do have a pretty locked in team right now behind Remus Wallace. So we'll see what ends up happening. I am very, very nervous about Kellen Kirk's next start. This is his last start of the year. And if it does not go well, he is getting yanked before the season ends. I'm already probably giving him too much grace by keeping him in here. But I'm going to hope that he gets a good start here, gets himself back to neutral mojo, and settles in. And those numbers are a bit of an anomaly more than anything else. So we'll see. But thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you all next time, and we'll talk to you later. Bye, everyone.